Hello, this is Jay King, Self-Made Millionaire, coming to you from MillionairePennyStocks.com, and I just wanted to do a quick video lesson on CBDS. And simply, this lesson is just teaching you to be patient. You know, you read my watch list, and you're patient because remember, what goes up eventually must come down. And so we've been very patient with CBDS, and we've waited for the decline in price. Remember, when stocks are uptrending, the ultimate goal when you're trading with price action is either to get in on the breakout when the stock begins to uptrend. But if you miss the breakout, then the whole goal is to wait for the decline in price. And the volatile spread today for this particular stock, CBDS, was 235 to 298, and it went all the way up to 298. But we figured that this stock has lost momentum based on the pattern, looking at the historical quotes. So we got in, we shorted at 295, and we covered at 255 for about $1,000 profit. Another student of mine made 600 off of this trade. Congrats to Vince on the shorting of CBDS. And also too, let me show you really fast. This is a level 2 chart. And as you can see, look at all these sellers from CBDS. One of the reasons I like a level 2 chart is it shows me the entry points. For instance, if you see right here, someone sold at 250 and they sold 3,225 shares. And this stock is moving a lot slower. And I like when stock is volatile, but yet it's moving at a slow pace because it gives you time to get good entry points. If your trade is correct, then you can maximize your profit. But if your trade is incorrect, then you have time to minimize your risk and cut losses. But this level 2 chart, it shows me that there's a lot of sellers. And this stock is beginning to decline in price. I believe that there was a morning panic, and several buyers probably panicked and start selling their shares. And so we also have other short sellers that are coming in and that are shorting this particular play, because a lot of traders that are experienced recognize that this stock has lost its momentum. When I say momentum, I'm talking about its price action, its momentum as it relates to uptrending. So there's no longer an uptrend in this stock, and so we're able to short this. Now notice the volume is not that high, so you don't want to short a lot of shares. I wouldn't short any more than 1 to 2,000 shares. If you have a small account, a good short for this particular stock would have just been 300 or 400 shares. I mean, you wouldn't have paid no more than $600 to $800, and you would have made about 20 to 30% off of your trade on this particular stock. So if you would have shorted 600 shares and you had a 40-cent spread, that was a $240 return on this particular trade. So again, congrats to those of you that shorted CBDS, and this is a wonderful short. Again, we're looking to find stocks that lose their momentum once the uptrend begins to slow down and the stock begins to decline. Then this is a really good pattern. These patterns are very significant to trading. Remember now, you want to add shorting to your arsenal. You don't want to just buy stocks, because if you just buy stocks only, you're going to leave too much money on the table. But you want to learn about shorting stock, and primarily, this is one of the things that I do. Remember, this is a pattern that I use when I lose or when I miss a stock that breaks out and I don't get in on the uptrend. Then I don't chase the stock. I'm patient and I wait for the stock to decline in price. Now, what we probably will end up seeing today, because on this level 2 chart, I'm starting to see a lot of sellers. So this stock is probably going to go way below 240 and 230. And so this was a good short today. I mean, you had a chance during the market opening to get in on this particular trade. Now, remember, when we short stock, we're not always shorting once the market opens, but we kind of realize based on the level 2 chart and based on the price action leaving, there was no more price action, there was no more uptrend. So we took a good entry point. Sometimes it's not gonna be good to enter into a stock when the market opens, because it still may have a little bit of price action, and you may experience a short squeeze, which just simply means that if you're trying to short, there are too many buyers that are entering into the stock, and so you want to wait for the stock to lose momentum. Most of these traders that are buying are probably novice traders, because this is a lot of times when stock begins to decline, you want to wait maybe later on in the day to buy. This is a stock that is declining. I'm looking at the candle charts. Excuse me. And the candle charts is signifying that there's getting ready to be a dip. And so I believe this is going to dip a little bit lower than 240. So we'll look at it throughout the day. And again, this is J. King, Self-Made Millionaire, coming to you from MillionairePennyStocks.com. And I'm just talking to you today about shorting stock, learning to let stock lose its momentum, learning to be patient. A lot of times when stock starts to uptrend, people get really excited, and you have a lot of novice traders try to buy stock at retail prices. In other words, they would have tried to buy at 298, 297. But if you would have been watching this stock throughout the week and through last week, and you would have read my watch list, this stock had reached retail prices. It's just like going into Walmart or GameStop and buying a PlayStation for $1,000 when PlayStations are only about $200 or $300. So that's the way stock works. You want to learn when to buy, when to sell. You want to learn when to short and when to cover. There's a time to do those things. And so again, I'm so excited about this particular trade. Again, I was correct. I'm not always right about some of the stocks that we pick, because remember, we don't trade based on speculation, but we just trade based on rules. I mean, we don't trade based on emotionalism. But when you learn to stick with these rules, you learn to let your rules define who you are, and you learn to let your rules define your core strategy. And that's what I want you to learn. I want you to learn some of the rules that I'm going to be teaching you based on trading, so you can define a strategy going into trading. Trading is not hard at all. It's just a mindset. It's just learning to change the way you think. And remember, having mentorship in the 21st century condenses the amount of time that it takes for you to be successful. And you don't have to repeat so many mistakes. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel when I can teach you and train you how to be successful in the stock market. Have a great day.